Our first honoree is Faye Wattleton, the first Black woman and youngest person ever to head Planned Parenthood. Born in St. Louis in 1943 to a construction worker father and a minister mother, Alice Faye Wattleton was a precocious only child who began school at age 4 and graduated from high school by age 16. Entering the Ohio State University at age 16, Faye earned a bachelor's degree in nursing in 1964. While working to obtain her master's degree at Columbia, Wattleton interned at a Harlem hospital where she saw thousands of women suffering from the consequences of poor health care as well as the side effects of unsafe abortions. While working as a nursing instructor and serving as Assistant Director of Nursing and CEO at the Visiting Nurses Association for the Dayton Health Department, Miss Wattleton began a neighborhood prenatal care program that became a model for agencies nationwide. Heading the Miami Valley chapter of Planned Parenthood after serving on the local board, Wattleton led a 6-county expansion of reproductive health and education programs, including training for resident physicians, public school staff, and international family planning service providers. Her successes in the Dayton area led Wattleton to be appointed as president of the National Reproductive Rights Organization in 1978. At the time of her appointment, Wattleton was the first Black and the youngest person ever to lead the venerable group. With the abortion debate a national lightning rod, Wattleton steered her organization through a difficult period in the 1980s when Planned Parenthood clinics endured shootings, bombings, and fires as employees were killed or injured. Throughout her 14-year tenure, Wattleton kept the focus on the essential rights of women to make their own choice about their bodies. As she shaped the group into a vibrant grassroots advocacy network and powerful lobbying force, Wattleton expanded Planned Parenthood's range of services, allowing them to reach 5 million women by 1990. When Wattleton stepped down from Planned Parenthood in 1992, the organization was the 7th largest nonprofit organization in the world. After leaving Planned Parenthood, Wattleton pursued a career as a TV talk show host and formed the Center for the Advancement of Women, a nonprofit think tank conducting research for public education and policy advocacy. Under her leadership, the organization received international acclaim for its groundbreaking research and advocacy on women's opinions, experiences, roles, and status in society. In more recent years, Wattleton has become a co-founder and director at AeroQ, a quantum computing company. Inducted into the Ohio Women's Hall of Fame in 1986 and the National Women's Hall of Fame in 1993, Wattleton was given the Ohio State University Alumni Medalist Award for National and International Career Distinction in 2014. Miss Wattleton currently lives in New York City and has a daughter, Felicia Megan Gordon.
Why do I think this award is important? I think it's important because it's really very vital that it be understood that people of color can achieve success at Ohio State. There certainly is always more work to do. There's always a challenge that we could always do better. We live in a society, and the same aches and pains that afflict our society, I'm sure even today, can be found on Ohio State's campus. So it doesn't mean that we are perfect, that our alma mater is the ideal, although it was ideal for me at the time. But it means that we can always aspire. And this, I hope, will be an award that is aspirational for people who think about coming to Ohio State and who think about becoming engaged in diversity and inclusion activities. It's a very important signal that Ohio State really did nurture and did push into the world a lot of well-prepared people that hopefully have made and will continue to make a contribution. I would like to thank the folks in the years that I was at Ohio State who made my education possible by providing room and board for me free of charge. Now, that came with a cost. My roommate, Jan Ruffin, who was gone on beyond, and I did not have the means, and had it not been for those facilities and those resources that really came out of our sweat equity too. We spent a lot more time on the board learning our craft, but also providing woman power for the university, hospital, medical, and the medical center. So I would like to thank those people who felt that this was a fair compensation for the work that we were able to provide in due course of our learning. I would like to thank Dean Melnick for the support that she has continued to provide in my career and for the example of leadership that she has offered in building and continuing to build the school to a college. I would like to thank those professors that gave me insight beyond the narrow campus of Ohio State and a world beyond. But most of all, I would like to thank the institution for giving me a perspective and a way of looking at life and how I could apply what I had learned at Ohio State and how I was prepared for the better good. I could never have expected to end up with a career of leading women's reproductive rights and women's reproductive health that turned out to be an opportunity for me that I took advantage of. Ohio State was a place that, you really, if you survived, you gained a lot of courage. And courage is a very important quality to have to sustain you throughout your life and through the successes as well as the downturns of life, because there will be those downturns. So I kudos to the folks who are also becoming a part of the Diversity and Inclusion Hall of Fame. I'm very, very honored for this recognition. So I thank those people who chose to select me. I hope that I will continue to live up to the example that is being set by this structure. I hope that I will always continue to bring honor in the work that I do for the world and the contributions that I hope to continue to make, that I bring honor to the university, the Ohio State University.
Faye Wattleton's legacy means so much to me as a Black woman and as a Black STEM student. From her career as a fantastic nurse, to being the youngest elected president of Planned Parenthood, to her many humanitarian awards, including the American Humanist Award, to her induction to the National Women's Hall of Fame, all of this work goes to show what compassion and dedication can yield. She has done so much for women and their reproductive health in America, and I hope that as I continue my career in medicine, that I can have just as much impact as she has.